In this video, we're going to go through the MenthorQ custom levels indicator. To add the custom levels indicator to the chart, simply climb to your indicator settings, invite only, and click on MenthorQ custom levels. You will see an input section appear. For now, just click on apply, and let's go through what the custom level indicator does. So for those who have been with us for a very long time, before we released our gamma levels end of day and intraday that automatically updates, you had to actually input the levels manually using the bot or using the dashboard. So the custom level indicator is still available for you, and we're going to look at some use cases on when you can use it. So first of all, if we look at our gamma levels end of day, the levels automatically update for you in the chart. And if you follow the previous video that we defined, we cover about 500 different stocks, ETFs, and futures directly into the end of day and intraday gamma levels indicator. But let's try and open a ticker, like in this case, BBY, where we do have gamma levels. But as you can see, we're going to receive a pop-up error. So the error would say there are no levels for this ticker. But this ticker is actually covered by MenthorQ. So what do we do in this case? So first of all, you need to note that because of the platform limitation, we can only fit a certain amount of tickers in the indicator. So the gamma level has around 500 tickers. And let's go on where to find and how to see which tickers are included in the gamma levels end of day and gamma levels intraday. So the first step is come to our guide section, come to our models and data, and click on MenthorQ asset coverage. You will have access to this document, and just click on the button right there, and this will bring you to our coverage list where you can see all the different tickers that we cover. So we cover around 1167 plus stocks. They're divided into different assets, ETFs, indices, and stocks, and they're divided into different tiers. So tier 1 would be the most important stocks like Max 7, the indices, the futures. Tier 2 will also be very important stocks, and tier 3 and tier 4. So within the MenthorQ gamma levels end of day and intraday, you will have access to all tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 tickers. But if you wanted to see also tier 4 that are not covered by the indicator, here you will see the list and you'll be able to access it. Now, if you're trying to access for a ticker that is not part of the tier 1 to 3 and is maybe in tier 4 and you don't see it in the indicators, you can now use the MenthorQ custom levels indicator. So if you get an error message like this, it means that the ticker that you're looking for is not part of the indicators. So we will need to use our MenthorQ custom levels. So let's go through and see how this works. So first of all, open up the settings. And within the settings, you will see that you have some input level here. So we have 5 input boxes. You can use any of those 5, so you can really upload as many assets as you want, and you can fit them all in the different boxes. Each box has a limit of 4,000 characters, which is about 12 to 14 tickers. So you can upload up to 12 to 14 tickers per box. So it's a total of 60 tickers. And basically, let's look at how to do that. So in order to do that, we need to go into our dashboard, and we will need to add our trading view levels. If you don't see it, just click on add commands and basically look for the trading view levels right here and add it to your dashboard. You can do it on any asset. So now let's just select the text, copy it, and let's go back to our input section. Add our ticker right there, and just simply go now to our SPX ticker. And as you can see, the levels will plot. If we go to a different ticker, so if we go to our Apple stock, you will see that we will get an error because we don't have our levels and we don't have our inputs right there. So in order to get the levels on Apple, we can go back to our dashboard, change the ticker, copy our trading view levels, come back to the indicator, simply paste them there, and then now you will see the levels appear. So the first use case is you can use the custom levels to upload data from tickers that are not covered by the gamma levels intraday and gamma levels end of day. But you can also use the custom levels indicator to upload, for example, historical levels. So let's say that you want to backtest some levels for the previous week and you wanted to plot them in the chart. You can do that with the custom levels indicator. Or let's say that you want to plot different intraday snapshot, and maybe you want to have the three different snapshot in the chart to see how the changes happens. You can also upload custom levels using the indicator. So let's start with historical levels. So you can come into the dashboard, click on the calendar right there, and we can now go back historically, and we come back, look at the previous levels for that day. In this case, we're looking at March 31st. Simply copy the text, and now we can go back here and basically change the data and just upload historical levels, right? So as you can see, the levels change based on the data from that point in time or period in time. The other thing that we can do is we can go into our intraday section. So simply go to the dashboard, click on the intraday button at the top, and we now have our TradingView levels intraday. So we can really copy the text and come back to the indicator. Instead of having the end of day, we can move that to intraday and just now go back to our SPX, and you'll be able to see the updated levels right there. So to recap, you can use the custom levels to upload historical levels, to upload different intraday snapshots, and to upload levels on tickers that are not currently covered by the gamma levels end of the indicator and the gamma levels intraday indicator. Now let's go through the different settings. Simply click on the settings section, and as you can see, we've already seen you have the input box. So you have 5 different input boxes right here. We have our label position and our offset. So you can basically define the offset, so you can change and see how the levels move in the chart. We can also define our label text size right here. We have also access to our table. So within the table, we can define how big the table should be. We can define where we want the table to be. We can also define if we want an horizontal or vertical table. We can also sort the table by alphabetical order. So in this case, the levels will be plotted in alphabetical order, or we can also use ascending or descending values. This means that the levels will be filtered based on the distance to the spot price, so you can change that. And basically, you can also synchronize the color of the labels with the chart right there. To disable the table, simply click on table text size and none, and the table will be disabled. Now let's go through the different settings. So we can basically customize the different levels right here. So if you wanted to untick some of the levels that you don't want to show, or change the color of some of these levels, you can do that right here. But you also have access to our grouping section. So if you wanted to plot all the levels in one single color, you can click on all levels and you can change the color right there. If you just wanted to plot our primary levels, then again, you can click on primary levels. You can also change the color, and this will only plot the primary levels. But you could also want to plot our JAX level 1 to 5. Next, we're going to go through our conversion. So similar to the gamma levels end of day and gamma levels intraday, you can now convert from one asset to the other one. Simply by clicking here, you can now type the ticker and that you want to convert from and the ticker you want to convert to. So let's say that we want SPX to yes. You will need to choose then how you want to convert. So you could use our auto ratio, our manual ratio, or spread. And basically, if you want to learn more on how the conversion work, just come to our guide section, go under integrations, and just click on the levels conversion guide. And this guide will basically explain everything about conversion, the most typical conversion by our users, the difference between spread and ratio, the different formulas, and how to use the conversion. We also have a tutorial video here that will show you how this works. But essentially, within the conversion, you can now plot SPX level to ES, or you could also use the pre-canned conversion settings right there, or you could also really type in anything. So I could want to convert Apple levels to SPX, for example, in this case. And as you can see, you'll be able to see the Apple converted levels on SPX.